Hello, welcome back to Sitting and Chatting. I'm Liam Whyte.
And I'm Jamie Allan.
Firstly, I just want to thank you for being on the previous podcast. How well do you think that went, Jabba?
It was good, aye. Some man had some mad stories.
That
was a good laugh.
I mean, you don't also know you that well, so it was a good hearing. Like maybe Susie didn't hear. There's a couple I didn't know as well, but I mean, I had a great idea.
You've known you a lot longer, so it was rather poor. Some of the stories were just funny as fuck.
It certainly lives a different life to what we've lived.
For sure, aye. If you've not seen it, go back and see it. It's just so funny. It's one of Liam's old friends who I never really knew until your birthday party fully. I think he hit that nail on the head when he said that. Yes, we went to the same school, spent most like over senior days, I suppose, with each other in the same year, but never really spoke much or knew each other. But no, it was a good learning experience. It was a good laugh as well.
Yeah, I find it different as well too, because obviously most of the folk who will have on the podcast will be of most of them will at the end of the day be our friends, and most of them, have been born and bred in Stirling, and that's all they've got. However, I suppose has got different life experiences, which will be good to get across. Indeed. And although I'm listening to it back, I hope it came across well. So yeah, today, if you can't tell by the title, today's going to be only football themed. So if you don't like football, probably don't listen to this podcast.
Or stay here, and it may change your opinion on football.
Exactly, you might actually be amazed. And if you're from Sky or BBC or something, feel free to give me and Jamie a job. We will accept all forms of cash.
Basically, this podcast, Jesus, podcast, it will boost your knowledge in football. Hopefully, and it may show you how it brings people together to have a wee chat and discuss, because it is something that people talk about. It's a bit like when Wimbledon's on, everybody gathers and talks about it, but that's week in and week out for football. So
also the thing is, although me and Jamie support the same team in Liverpool, we both have well, I wouldn't say always different, but we have usually different opinions on the game.
We do. I feel like I'm a bit more hopeful when it comes to football, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm more realistic, which is why I normally come off on
it's not always true, to be honest with you.
It's not always true, but it's quite usually true.
To be fair, we're going to be talking about one league in particular. It's the Premier League, which is the English one.
It's I was thinking about it, so I was thinking how many games I watched last season, how many games the season before, and I've definitely watched more Premier League, so I will say that's my league and more knowledge. I know that's bad as an Aberdeen fan, but I mean, actually see some enjoyable
What's
football.
Aberdeen there?
Yeah, I mean, you see some enjoyable football down south is all I'm going to say.
However, that's the league we're going to focus on the most, and in general, anything can happen in the Premier League. Yeah,
that's why it's also, which is why I probably our bets won't come through.
Last season, Leicester City, a season ago, after Chelsea won it was Leicester City shook the world. Yep. So it just shows you anything can happen.
So basically this whole idea came about with, off camera, off the podcast, the last time, I basically said to Jamie, fancy a tenner bet, and we sort of discussed and went over it, and we'll go over with you what's going to happen. But basically, so at the end of the day, come the end of the season, so come May, if all my predictions come out, then Jamie's going to owe me a tenner. And if all Jamie's predictions come out like more favourably for him, I owe him £10. And it's going to come about. There's going to be different things. This is going to be a point system game, and it's going to be based on certain factors. So one's going to be the top goal scorer. Next will be top assists. Then it'll be an actual league table, and then it'll be fixtures in and out of the week. We'll explain as we get into each one, but I think we'll start with the league table. So basically the structure of the league table is going to work is so there's 20 teams in the Premier League. We've made our own league tables. Me and Jamie have no idea who each of us have put for each one. Now Jamie have no idea. And then come the end of the season, if say Jamie's put Chelsea to finish 15th, and say that happens, you get 5 points if they finish the Premier League in the position you predicted them to be in. and you'll also then get 2 points if they're one position away, and that can be either below or higher. So say if Jamie predicted them to finish 15th, but they came 14th or 13th,
14th or 17th.
14th or 16th.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we're both maths wasn't a strong point. You'll get 2 points.
Yeah, as for being so close, because it is hard to predict each team finishing in certain positions.
And as me and Jamie, as I found out, I found from 8th place till about 15th place really hard to get.
My bottom 3 was so difficult. So bottom 3 in Premier League is a relegation zone, and I found it so difficult to work out who was going to be down there.
It is difficult.
My top 4, I feel like I'm confident in my top 4. Bottom 3, I was lost.
I'm confident with my top 6. I'm not sure about the rest. Right, well, shall we start then? So what we're going to do is we'll go at it team at a time. We'll go from 20th place all the way to the top. We'll give facts about why we think they're going to finish top, and then I'm sure we'll have discussions from each of us about why we're wrong.
More than likely.
Right, so Jamie, you can go first. Who is your 20th place finish in the Premier League for 2017-18?
Swansea City.
Okay, right. Any reasons?
One in particular. I looked. Now Liam, as you can hear, that there is straight up facts that Liam is made me Google, shall we say?
Made me Google. You were wrong to this as well. So
he's made a fair point. I looked.
Plus, also, you got to thank your girlfriend as well for helping you.
My girlfriend did write literally everything for me. However, Swansea City have not made any good transfer deals.
True.
Gylfi Sigurdsson was
at the time of recording, so we should point out now today is the 8th of August. We are recording this. We're recording this on the same day as the podcast we've done with you, and so any transfer dealings are sort of like
we may be
we might be oblivious to this point because the transfer window still runs on, but because the season starts in 3 days, we want to start this now.
Yeah, so as of right now, these transfers may or may not be actually happening.
Well, confirm them if they're real ones. However, if there's like rumours about certain players going, we will say they're rumours, they're not quite done yet, whatever.
I found this one difficult. One of their top assisters, Gylfi Sigurdsson, right? So putting him in the bottom of the league worried me, in a sense, right? Because I know how he finished second top assister last season, I think. We had a really high amount of assists. However, he's rumoured to be going here,
Everton.
Here, there, and everywhere.
It looks like it's like Sky Sports this morning. It looks like the deal to Everton could be done within 40 hours.
So I'm looking at that and I'm seeing that's a possible 20 assists just gone
completely.
So that on that basis, I mean they've still got other big players there that score goals and. In general, they have
your Llorentes, your Tammy Abrahams.
Yeah, they done well last season, but I think if they lose Sigurdsson, it's going to be much more difficult. Yeah. And I feel like they will lose Sigurdsson, so
I think
they'll struggle massively. I think it's probably going to be a massive impact in their club. That's why I'm putting them at the bottom of the league, to be quite honest.
Okay, right. For me, my bottom pick, I'm taking a bit of a risk this on. It's Burnley.
Right. Okay.
My reason for Burnley is Burnley have never had a big budget, and to be fair, last year they didn't need one because Sean Dyche had done a great job there. He managed to guide them to 13th, I think it was, which for a club of their size and they had the smallest transfer budget last year, and I think they've got the smallest again this year. I can't see them doing it 2 times in a row. Plus, also John Walters is their biggest signing at £3 million so far, which. He fits the criteria, but it's very. I think they'd be lucky to stay up with like another top, with it unless like another. I mean, it didn't seem to be goals. As plus also as well, they lost Michael Keane to Burnley, who was like the heart of their defence. So
that's the one transfer I wanted to talk about really. When you came to Burnley, and it was Michael Keane because they got a lot of money for him.
They did, but they haven't spent it.
No, they haven't. What was it they got for him?
They got 25 mil for.
Yeah. Well, we obviously use different sources. However, I've got 30 mil. Regardless, 25 to 30 mil.
Yeah, I mean, Jay did our research separately. So if certain things don't add up, then we'll try to find a middle ground. So we'll say 27.5 million.
And it's a lot of money. and that can bring in a lot of good talent.
They could,
However,
but they haven't spent it.
They haven't spent it yet. Again, this is obviously only the 8th, so they have got a wee bit left of the transfer window.
Yeah, but I mean, like, well, you know for a fact though, like Burnley aren't going to go out and spend like 25 on a new central defender or whatever. If they're going to buy anyone, they're going to get like a cheap £2 million, £3 million player and hope they either develops or he's a late bloomer sort of thing.
Sure.
But no, I mean, their football isn't great. It's pretty defensive and boring. But I mean, you know, they seem like an alright club. They're a well-run club. You can't say like.
The thing is, they're always one team that worries me. As you probably know, Liverpool is my team and is Liam's team, and they're always a bogey team against Liverpool. And I always worry when we come up against them. But 100% I agree that Burnley will be down there.
Right, what's your 19th place, Java? At least we can agree on something.
Agreed. Now I take a bit of risk with this, like a big risk.
Okay.
I put Crystal Palace down there.
What's your reasons?
I don't have a lot besides the fact every season they scrape the barrel. I think it's more that I dislike them.
I'd be honest. I'd fucking love for Crystal Palace to be regulated.
However, I looked at their transfers. They haven't made a lot.
No, I've only done 2. I've got them down here. They do a Loftus-Cheek on loan and a guy called Riederwild from Ajax.
Yeah. But however,
they haven't spent.
They have got rid of Steve Mandanda though, didn't they?
They did. But he's the only player that's left as well.
Yeah. So they've not been busy.
I think they're the lowest amount of dealings in the Prem this year because they're the lowest in and lowest out until 3. You know, isn't a lot for a club.
No. So I've looked at that and I've seen the fact that they've not been busy in the transfer market. Now every season I feel like they scrape the barrel, like we're getting the points every time. I do want to see them get relegated. I think that's primarily why I put them in there.
I mean, me and Jamie, although you're not meant to have a biased opinion, me and Jamie have a slight biased hatred for Crystal Palace.
Tricks. I look at the lineup though, like primarily when Benteke went there for Liverpool, started playing a bit better. The prick. I put that down to Liverpool. To be fair, I put that down to Liverpool. We never supplied them the way that Wilfried Zaha and when Bolasie was there, what he done. Mm-hmm. I feel like they don't have the wow factor to win, to stay up. Yeah. In the division, and I do want them to go down. But yeah, that's the reason I want them to finish 19th. Not so much want. Yeah. I want them.
My 19th place is Huddersfield. Now, Huddersfield also came third. They came through in the playoffs. From what I've heard, they like to play an attacking dynamic system. I'm sorry if you're a Huddersfield fan watching. I've never watched Huddersfield play before.
I watched 2 of their games last night. Only on the basis we were doing research. No full games, like highlights.
What was it? Was it impressive?
I thought it was quite good. I actually enjoyed it. It gave me some of the plays. It gave me goosebumps. I was like, holy shit! Some of the way they were playing was really, really good. They had no star men. It was a unit that came forward. Yeah, but like you says, it was like they got off in the playoffs and then got up.
I mean, I appreciate dynamic football because, well, obviously being a Liverpool fan, I've thankfully gotten used to it now, and I really enjoy watching it. And I can appreciate a team from beforehand not just coming up to defend or whatever, go for it. Plus, although as well, they've signed players from Aaron Murray from from Man City, plus also Tom Ince, former LFC graduate.
That's one I looked at.
I was, it really does, because he's been like on the fringe of moving to the Prem for so long, but he hasn't done it.
Yeah, he plays so good down. Where was it Derby he came from? Yeah. For County he was playing brilliant, like every sort of season. And he was never getting the move that he was so edging towards every time. Yeah,
I don't know if Huddersfield stories like. I mean, Christ, I mind when he picked Hull over fucking Inter Milan. I mean, that was a bit of a joke.
I know, but everybody makes mistakes. But however, he's a good player, and it's be good to see him up in the Prem, see what he can do. Shall we say?
Fair play. Right, who's your 18th?
My 18th is Burnley. I did have them in the relegation zone.
Yeah, that's fair.
On the basis, like we said before, was
not many star-studded signs. They've lost their best central defender.
And
it's going to be tough for them.
They also did lose out in George Boyd, which is, you know, he's a home man, Scottish.
I mean,
he was up there with goals last season. Him and Andre Gray. But like Liam said,
I mean, it's not even like high goal scorers. I think it was 7 was their top goal scorer last year. You know, 7's
so it's pretty piss poor, aye.
Yeah.
And for that reason, they're in my relegation zone. It's the bottom 3 to get relegated, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aye. They're in my relegation zone for that reason, to be honest.
Well, my 18th is another one that you've said, Swansea.
Yeah.
I think the Sigurdsson deal will go through, and I think they've not got hope in hell because he was pretty much the reason they said
for sure.
I'm glad they got Tammy Abraham in. He played for Bristol City last year on loan from Chelsea. He scored 23 and 41 for them, which for a 19-year-old is fucking good. Yeah. The thing is, obviously, the Prem's a step up, and I don't know if he has the quality surrounded around him.
It's a different ball game, shall we say.
He might hit the ground running, but even if he does, I don't like. And obviously, you've got your Llorente there, and they might do the big man, wee man. Even though Abraham's quite big, but he's maybe kind of a fast pace one.
He's a quick player.
Yeah, like Llorente's obviously a classic target man. I mean, it's all fine, but I don't think they have anything to supply him to, and 2, like the team's sort of slowly been deteriorating around them over the years. Yeah. It's a shame because I fucking love Swansea when they first came up. They were like the B-Tech Barcelona when they first came up, but they haven't unfortunately been like that for some time now.
Yeah.
Go on then. Who's your 17th?
Actually,
just escaping relegation.
It's a team you says I think Huddersfield will stay up for one more. I do.
Do you think maybe the team dynamics?
I think the reason that they got up in the first place was the attacking mentality they've got. Now that can be hard in the Prem because there's a lot of teams who will hit you in the counter and will fuck you right over.
Yeah.
I think their attacking way of playing and bringing Tom Ince into it is going to just keep them up. I think they need the defensive coaches will need to be on their toes this year.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I can see a few games where they might get smashed 5-0 or something, but
I do see them getting out of relegation. I see them staying up.
Alright. I appreciate you going for the wee man to try and survive.
Aye.
Also as well, it's Huddersfield's first ever time in the Premier League, so I mean, tough choice. However, my 17th pick is also not a promoted team, and it's their first time in the Prem as well. Brighton.
Right, okay.
Quite a few. Well, they look pretty much set to win. Well, I mean, it was going back and forth between them and Newcastle in the Championship last year, but eventually Brighton came second on the last day through some to the annoyance of Brighton fans, I imagine.
It was. I was watching that league closely because it was better than the Prem last season. I won't lie. I was putting a lot of bets on it, the bookies with my dad and stuff like that, and it was a weird season down in the Championship. However, Brighton played well the whole season.
Yeah.
I don't think there was a game where they really played shit.
Well, I mean, that's sort of what I'm going on because they were pretty comfortably up the top. I know Newcastle ain't got them, they'll be fucking good because Newcastle by their standards were piss poor and their fans admit it, but they came first.
I saw I did do a bit of studying yesterday, and I saw their biggest loss last season was only 3-1 in the Championship.
That's pretty impressive.
You know, for a team like Brighton, to lose 3-1 is your biggest loss. For what I saw, that was goal.com, so who knows if that's the right answer or not. But that was their biggest loss, which is pretty good considering.
Yeah,
in that league.
I mean, pretty much everyone gets smashed at least once in the Championship.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I think you could be right with the.
Yeah, the only reason as well.
That was your 17th, wasn't it?
Yeah, the only reason as well I'm picking them to stay up is like, although they don't, like I was reading their team's names and I'll be honest, I didn't recognise a lot of them, but I did see that they've signed Davy Proper, who's I don't know if you pronounce that right. Sorry, PSV. He was the PSV captain, and I mind him doing quite well in the Champions League a few seasons ago.
He's an experienced player.
He's a box-to-box midfielder, plus also signed Matthew Ryan, the Australian goalkeeper from Valencia, who apparently is like of a decent standard out there. Yeah. So, you know, that's a good start. They can have a general in the midfield and plus also a decent keeper. You know, they've given themselves a bit of half a chance, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Who is your 16th?
Brighton. I kept him low down the table for that reason. Newly promoted, first time in the big league. But like he says, they've managed to make a couple of good signings. Of that standard anyway. So I think they'll stay up on that basis. I do think they'll go past Huddersfield for sure. Like they'll surpass them, no bother. I think only on the base. Like I've put them at Huddersfield. I put at 17, Brighton at 16th. I think it's one of those ones where Brighton have made better signings, if you will. Huddersfield's not been as busy, and I think.
I think like Huddersfield's have signed decent players for the size of club that they are, but I think Brighton with proper as well. Sorry if there's any Dutch people watching, you can maybe correct me if you know how to pronounce it. But I mean, he seems like a decent player, and we're quite excited about it. I think he's their club record signing as well.
So it's good experience. So I do think they'll stay above Huddersfield. I think they'll stay up. That's my 16th.
My 16th is Newcastle United, the final promoted team. Now, Newcastle haven't done a lot of business this transfer window. The biggest signing was Jacob Murphy, of Norwich, and I only ever saw him play a few times on like Match of the Day the last season they were in the Prem.
Mm-hmm.
He was half decent player, nothing special, which is worrying me a bit.
I have looked. They brought in Javier Manquillo. Sorry,
he was shit for us. Another one as well was Christian Atsu, who was another Chelsea reject.
Florian Lejeune for 8.7 million as well.
Yeah,
there's no
but
big names. I agree.
It's not like stand out. The thing is, so I mean, like they've got well, I wouldn't say it's maybe of high Premier League standards the squad they have, but they have an okay squad, and if they can keep Dwight Gale fit, he scored 20 last year down in the Championship. If he can recreate even 3/4 of his form, he should keep Newcastle safe. Plus, also, I think Rafa Benitez is a great coach, and he can keep them solid at the back more so. More so to the point as well. I don't want to see Rafa get sacked. That'd be a bit sad, I think, for me. Plus, also the Newcastle fans seem to love him down there as well.
Rafa's a good manager, and he was at Liverpool, and he is just now for Newcastle, and I think he will stay up. I've got him in a completely different position to you. I
would as well warn Newcastle fans. I think though if Benitez doesn't get more signs, I think he might leave next year.
Yeah, give him money.
Right, go on then. Who's your 15th?
My 15th, bit of a risk. I don't know. It's a hard one. I think West Ham in 15th.
That's quite low.
It's low on the table.
Well, I don't know. Right, so okay, you give your reasons why.
I mean, in previous years, West Ham, especially was it 2 years ago? They played really, really good.
Payet. That's like the best ever season.
It's the best season they've had. Payet left, things turned pear-shaped last season.
Oh yeah, it was a delicious season for most of them. They signed like about 12 players and most of them were useless.
And I believe it's going to be the same this season. I feel like it's going to be another dreadful season. They're going to struggle. However, and when you look at it in the transfer market, they've been busy again. I honestly don't know how Slavin's still there, to be honest.
Because West,
I think
again, I apologise if you're a West Ham fan, but West Ham, I think, have got this mentality of believing that they're better than they actually are. Like what people believe about Liverpool, maybe, but
potentially. Yeah. I think they have made a few mistakes in the transfer market, though. I just want to say that Ashley Fletcher, their striker, to Middlesbrough for 6.5 million. That's
right. They lost Ashley. I didn't actually see that.
Ashley Fletcher is left to Middlesbrough.
I was quite surprised by it. He was like he didn't score any last year. I think the most he got was like 4, but he was like quite well received by fans.
They took to him very well, and I think he was actually a very good player for them, like throughout the whole season. They also lost Aaron Randolph to Middlesbrough.
Yeah. 2
signings, big names for West Ham. Randolph was a good keeper. I had a lot of respect for him. They've also lost Enner Valencia.
He was about 50-50.
It was there and he wasn't at times. But a big one is Norwhyte to Hoffenheim.
Yeah, he was a decent mid. He was sort of like their general captain.
He was their gel. So I think they four are quite big losses. Maybe not Enner Valencia as much.
Yeah.
And I think having lost them, and the season they had last month, I think it's just going to continue and it's going to get worse. And I've put them at 15th. It is very low.
I think that could be a reasonable shout, to be fair.
I mean,
I wouldn't have them any lower than 15th.
No,
I think they're relegation.
They would be. No, they'll stay up. I do believe that. I think they'll struggle, but they will stay up, like always. Who's your 15th then?
Watford. They got Marco Silva from what's his name? Team that went down last year, Hull. It was actually very unlucky to get relegated with them. He did really well with them.
Yeah.
However, though, the players they brought in, they got Tom Cleverley, who I thought was, even when he broke into Man United, was one of the most overrated players in the Prem.
Agreed.
And he wasn't even that highly rated. Hughes, another one of Derby's, like the big two from Derby have gone. Hughes as well was like one that was for a few seasons ago was looked at to be maybe going to like Liverpool's, your Man United's.
Yep.
End up at Watford. I mean, maybe it's the sort of level he's like going to be good at. But he's sort of like Davy Proper, but like not quite to the same standards. Plus, also you have Nathan Chalobah from Chelsea, who's. It was alright for him, it was nothing special, it was alright for them. Plus also you have Troy Deeney scoring in the goals like he always does, so I mean I think they're going to be safe. It's just going to be a mediocre season for them, I think.
I think they'll lose the first game of the season.
We'll get on to that later.
However, no, I sort of disagree in some sense, I think.
Okay, well.
I think with Troy Deeney has that similar season. They'll be fine. I really do. I've got them a wee bit higher in the league table. I think I've got a lot more hope in them than you have. However,
I just sort of think they're a bit of a meh kind of club. Like, no offence, but I mean, like, it's just one of those clubs between 8th and 14th. I just sort of, 8 till 16th. Sorry, I'll just sort of
what I do want to say is Gomez, our keeper, Julio Gomez.
Yeah, he was big for them.
I think if he keeps the way he played last season up, I think they'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they'll be flirting with relegation. I think they're past that, but I mean, it's just sort of meh. Right, 14th for you.
I went with may come as a surprise to you, but Leicester City.
Not entirely, but okay, give us your reasons.
I think
'cause I've got a lot higher than you do.
I think based on transfers that could happen, where it's been in and out of the news, where Riyad Mahrez maybe.
True. I think he's more likely to stay though than maybe some other people that are going to be put on this list, mainly because I think the one season wonderlands may have persuaded the clubs not to go for him.
Agreed. Then, not only that though, I don't think they've got a solid unit anymore. I don't think they've lost all the mentality they had in the
title winning season.
The title winning season. They had so much mentality. They wanted to fight for every game. And last season they just were with it. Do you know what I mean? They were.
They gave up.
And I think that the spirit they had the year before, they're not going to have it again. Vardy wasn't scoring. Mahrez wasn't scoring. And they were bringing on Demarai Gray a lot, and it was showing good amount of potential. But
he's been getting like the number 7 shots for them, so he's probably going to be starting a lot this season.
In general, though, when I look at it, they've still got Robert Huth.
Wes Morgan, they've got some. They've still got most of the core from the title winning season.
I just don't think they can keep up the mentality they had in the title winning season, and I feel like they'll be doing the bottom bracket of the table again.
Fair enough. My 14th pick is Crystal Palace.
Okay.
I know we said earlier they've done the least amount of transfers this window, which is a fair point. However, I feel like the team that they had around them beforehand was good enough for the position they're at anyway. It's just that it was poorly managed and maybe some of the players not pulling their weight. But I think the team they've got is more than good enough to be in that sort of lower half of the Prem.
Okay, for those.
Right, your 13th?
My 13th is Stoke City. Now, I feel like Stoke have got a good squad. So I struggled to make this decision, I won't lie. It was between two. I'll not name the other right now. Alright, about Watford. It was between Watford and Stoke in the 13th position. I was struggling. However, I feel like Stoke, I've just got Kurt Zouma on loan. That's a big, it's relatively big signing, or loan, sorry. On the basis he can strengthen the defence. In general, they lost Marko Arnautovic, didn't they? So that's a big loss for them. It was his presence there was always high.
Yeah, the B-Tech Zlatan.
Exactly. Shardan Shaqiri's still there at the moment, so he's still he's an inconsistent player. So
he's not really lifted the world, has he?
No, he's not. What else have they been doing in the transfer window?
Honestly, let me go to my Stoke.
It's not much, to be honest.
They've also got Dan Fletcher, who for last year actually for West Brom, I was looking at his stats. He was one of the most consistent midfielders in the Prem. I think he's a really good. Don't get me wrong, I know he's past his prime now. I might be getting a wee bit of Scottish blood when he comes through, but I genuinely think he played out of his fucking skin last year for West Brom.
On the basis they've lost Marko Arnautovic and bringing in Zouma, it would be hard for him to adapt to the defence. I just think they'll struggle. They'll not get off to a good start because they're adapting. We know having Arnautovic. They'll bringing in Kurt Zouma. I think they'll be chasing at the end of the season, and I think that's the reason they'll be doing away in the 13th. Okay. It's quite low because they were relatively. Well, where did they finish last season?
13th.
Was it 13th as well? Yeah. So I think it's just going to be a similar season to last. They may struggle a bit more with losing Arnautovic, but I don't think it was a massive impact.
Yeah, I mean he made his moments, but I don't think it's as bad as some people say.
I think it'll be a similar season. It'll be a 13th season sort of finish.
Right, so my 13th are Bournemouth.
Okay.
I'm actually quite impressed with Bournemouth's things. Don't get me wrong, Jermaine Defoe's 35 or something now.
But an amazing player.
But he banged him in for Sunderland, getting absolutely no supply, and I think he'll do exactly the same again. Yeah. Bournemouth's pitch is the smallest, I think, in the league.
Exactly.
So, Defoe won't have to do a lot of running, which will benefit him. He'll be more of a goal poacher. Plus, they've got Begovic between the sticks. He's a great keeper, and that's a brilliant find, I think, for them as well. Plus, also, they have Nathan Ake as well in defence. I think they're probably going to move him more centrally. All in all, great signings. Eddie Howe's a great young manager, and it seems like a great team mentality they have, and I think they'll improve a wee bit on last season. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're a wee bit away from the Europa League spots, but I mean, the way they're going, they're doing really well.
They are doing well.
Your 12th.
My 12th was Newcastle.
That's quite high.
I was optimistic with Newcastle. I think with the goals they banged in last season.
What you think they're going to rely on? Mitrovic and Gale. I do. I think they'll manage to. I think Ritchie as well, so I'm looking forward to see because Matt Ritchie performed fucking brilliantly for them last season. Player. Of course, Scottish.
They still got Florian Thauvin. They still got him, the right man.
Nah, he
left last season.
He left to Marseille.
Marseille, that's right. But no, with goals that they were buying in last year, I think maybe they would probably score about 15 less goals this season as a unit, but I think they'll still manage to get a 12th place finish. I'm optimistic with them.
It's quite high.
I want them to stay up as well because Rafa Benitez, isn't that?
Yeah. Right, so my 12th is West Ham. I sort of want to talk about West Ham for a minute, right? I can't think of what West Ham's long term plan is because at the moment, to me, right, they seem like one of the worst clubs in the league. Tell you what, they've got the stadium, right, basically for free, which is a great bit of investment, and now all this extra money, I think they're spunking down the drain for no extra benefits. They've sent Reece Oxford out on loan again to Gladbach, I think, in Germany. So he's not getting experience in the Prem. He won't benefit them long term. He'll probably leave within like another year or so.
And I believe he's a starting player for West Ham.
Yeah. Also, you have Chicharito. I think is a great signing from short term. Chicharito, I think will probably get the 10-15 goals this year that might get on the 12th place finish, right? And then Arnautovic as well might perform. But they're 28 and 29. They're coming out of their prime. Plus, they're on I think Hernandez is on over 100k a week. And one of Hernandez's key things is his pace, and by the time you're 30 that starts to diminish, and no one's going to spend 100k on These boys are. So all they seem to be doing to me is spunking their money down the drain for like just to avoid relegation when they could be spending it so much more wisely.
I think I put them so low down. Even though these signings seem like big signings, like Hernandez seems like a good signing.
No, I don't. I think Hernandez is a great signing for them. But I mean, like as well, you've got Zabaleta who's 33. You've got Hart who's okay. He's okay, but I think he's been found out too much now. Even back in Italy, he was quite bad.
If you are a fan of the Premier League right now listening, and you've got a team, say we'll go with Burnley, and you look at these signings that West Ham's made, you're going to go, oh wow, they're really good signings, they've got to do well this season. But see if you actually look at it, it's no, West Ham's on a downward spiral, and they've been like...
They need to be careful because they won't be able to afford that stadium if they go into the Championship.
Oh no, for sure not.
They need to... I can maybe see what they're trying to do, like try and get the short term success now, hope for like another 10th or more place finish like they got with Payet and bring in more talent. But it didn't work for them the last time they did it. They brought in stars that didn't achieve.
I put them at 15 for sure already heard, and like I agree with you 100%. The signings seem good, but just won't be...
It's not a long. It's literally a 2-year plan.
It's a 2-year plan. It's not a long term investment, and it's they need to be careful what he says.
But yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they'll do fine this season. Maybe go above expectations. I don't know what their expectations are. That's also another thing. I don't know what their expectations are. Is their expectation to get Europa League? Is their expectation to just stay up? Because
exactly.
Yeah, no, I think they'll be fine. But honestly, coming our like few years, I think they'll be back down the Championship.
Okay. Full statement.
11th place.
I put Watford in 11th.
Quite high. You go on then. Why are you thinking?
I'm confident in Watford. They brought in, like you said, Marco Silva.
Yeah, he's a good manager.
He done well. Done really well.
With Hull.
How long was he there for before he started making a difference?
Not too long. Yeah.
No, it was a bit. So I think he's a good manager, and he'll do exactly what he done with Hull, but he'll keep them up, and I think he'll improve. He'll improve if anything. And if Troy Deeney still does what he does, Aurelio Gomez still does what he does, in general, I think they'll be fine. And
I think maybe that's just for me. I think it's like one step too far. I think I think it's too high for me to finish. But hey,
Watford now, I think they can achieve 11th. I really do. So far the teams I've said, who would you disagree with in terms of who would you have put in the 11th position with the teams I've said?
What teams you said so far?
So far, like, out of them, who would you have changed? So you're looking at Watford, Newcastle, Stoke, Leicester, West Ham. Do you know these teams here?
Leicester would have higher and Newcastle would have lower. But apart from that, sort of in and around the area that I think they'd been in. Watford as well, a wee bit lower. But I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I've not heard like a shocker yet that I've been going, wait, what? From you yet.
I'm keeping Watford up there. I think they'll be fine.
My 11th is Southampton. I was going to put Southampton 8th, but I mean, I really hope Dijk goes to Liverpool, and if he does, I don't think they've done enough to really keep him. Not to keep him, and also B, they haven't signed anyone of much quality. So predicting 11th, I would have said I'll put a coin on it. Obviously, I'm going to keep it to 11th, but if they did keep Van Dijk somehow, I'd say they could probably achieve 8th. But
right, I'll just say this for the time being. I've put them at 8th for that reason.
I'll keep them at 11th because I'm confident Liverpool can get the man.
We are not getting Van Dijk.
Sure, I do. Keeps hope. He's handling 2 transfer requests. I'm confident. Plus, also they still have Gabbiadini, Nathan Redmond, Charlie Austin when he's fit. I think 11th's about right for them.
Okay, fair enough.
10th.
I've went with a bit optimistic. I think Eddie Howe can do it. Bournemouth.
Yeah.
I went 10th place. I feel confident in Jermaine Defoe. I think he's aging.
Quite rapid. He's still doing it.
He banged in a crazy amount of goals for Sunderland. Like you say, with no supply. They were
the past 3 years, I think he's scored like 45 to 50 goals for Sunderland 3 years.
And a team like Sunderland,
for a 33 from like a 32 to 35-year-old, that's pretty impressive.
It's very good, and for that reason, with supply at Bournemouth, You know, because you've got supply coming out your ears.
Hours, I suppose
supply coming out your ears. I feel like a 10th place is what's gonna come of that. And obviously they've strengthened at the back as well. In some sense, with Nathan Aki gives him another option. I feel like they paid far too much for him, but
they did, but it's the way times are going, isn't it?
It is exactly what it is. But yeah, 10th position finish is what I'm going for Bournemouth.
Okay, mine's is West Brom. West Brom are just like one of the worst. Like, sorry, I feel bad if you have to watch West Brom on the regular. I mean, like, but hey, they keep you safe, they keep you mid-table. I mean, there's not really much I want to say about them because I'm bored speaking about them, but St. J. Rodriguez, which when fit, is a decent life winner / striker. They've not really added anything apart from that, but, well, no, they added another, like, 2 loan players, but, they did well last season. I think they maybe overachieved. I think they finished 8th last year, which I think was maybe a bit of an overachievement, but, I think 10th is reasonable enough. It's nothing. They're not going to set the world on fire, but they're going to keep streaks and keep score lines down with defence.
Well, I'm just going to say my 9th right off the bat is West Brom. I feel like a 9th position seems normal.
Or close at least. Go on then. Who's your 10th then?
My 10th is Bournemouth.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
My 9th is.
Sorry, your 9th West Brom.
West Brom. Sorry, yeah. Based on, I think Rondon's coming into a game. I think he's coming into.
He's alright. I mean, he's just sort of.
They've kept Chadley as of so far. Ben Foster and goals ideal. They've still got a brick Johnny Evans at the back. I don't know. I'm confident. Like you say, it's Bone. They are so Bone. And they're a team that
they get the job done. It's sort of
they're
like,
a team that shouldn't be in the league, but they are because they win matches and they get points.
Yeah.
So no, West Brom 9th. I feel like I'm optimistic with it, but I'm happy with them being at 9th. I feel like I'm confident in that.
Okay. Mine's is Leicester at 9th. I think Leicester are going to do much better than you predicted.
Okay. On what basis?
Well, there's one name in particular, Iheanacho, signing for them.
Ridiculous amount of money. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Iheanacho's got the best goal to conversion rate behind Gabbiadini last year in the Prem. Whenever he gets a chance, he fucking bangs it. It doesn't matter. And yeah, don't get me wrong, his goals to conversion rate will go down because he isn't getting played as much as he did at City. But the point is, when he got his chance at City, he took them and he fired them away.
I agree, he's a good player and he can make a difference.
And he's going to be, well, I don't know if they're still going to play a 2 next year, but if they play a 2 with Vardy, I think that'll really be good. If they play a 1, he can easily play as a 1 on his own.
No, it's a good signing.
Plus, you have Iborra, who came from Sevilla, I think, who's a solid DM, and he'll keep the defensive line in check, I think. And Harry Maguire as well at centre back. He did really well at Hull. Okay, Hull got relegated, but he was still they're probably their standout player. And I think he'll probably slot in the line easily over like Huth or Wes Morgan. And I don't know. I think that's good. I think they're going to do better than they did last year.
I think Iheanacho signing is a good signing.
It's very good fun.
It's a very, very good signing.
I would have actually taken Liverpool as a backup. I'm not gonna lie.
I think he's really good. However, I don't think it's enough to keep them that high in the league anyway. I think I've made a slight error in judgment when I've put them at 14th.
That's done now, mate.
No. I think maybe a bit higher. Maybe with Watford sitting, in that 11th position. But
it's fallen down to 14th. I had them at.
However,
believe in me, mate.
I'm confident in Watford, but Leicester I think it's going to be another dull season. I think Iheanacho could light it up at parts. Don't think he's going to make a massive.
I think Iheanacho will get about 10 to 13 goals this year, which I think will keep them in that position if the rest of the midfield can perform as well.
Fair enough.
Your 8th.
Well, I said it earlier, Southampton.
Aye.
I think Van Dijk won't move. Yes, he's handed in 2 transfer requests, and ideally what the club wants to do then is get rid of him.
I'm surprised that you don't think he'll move. Maybe not to Liverpool, but I definitely think he'll move.
I don't think he'll move. I hope it's to Liverpool if he does move.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm praying that it does. But
if he gets a move, I hope it's to Liverpool, for sure. However, I don't know. I'm confident in Lovren at Liverpool. I actually enjoy watching Lovren play. See when I see him in the
I swear to God, you only say this to piss me off, don't you?
So Lovren used to be a fucking hopeless player.
He's still a hopeless player.
I will stand here and I will admit he used to be hopeless. And I used to dread when he came on the park, and Liam used to hate it. However, now tables have turned. I think Klopp's changed him. I think he's a good defender.
No, he's not. He can't defend a headed. Like, if there's an aerial ball, he's fucked.
I think he's phenomenal.
If there's an over-the-top ball or a cross comes in, he's fucked. He can't deal with a headed ball. He misjudges every single cross that comes over his head.
I think he's a great player, and Matip is good. But I would take Van Dijk at Liverpool for sure.
Fucking take Matip and Van Dijk at centre back easily.
Oh, for sure, I would take that, no problem. However, I don't think he'll move. I don't think he'll move. I think he'll maybe move in the next window. I think at the point that club, Southampton's probably got to take it to the board, and the board's be like, just get rid of him, because it's going to be, it'd be very bad if they didn't.
Okay, so you're going on the hope then that Southampton will keep him, and I'm going on the hope that they'll get rid of him.
Going on the assumption that they'll keep him. I want him to go to Liverpool for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't think he will leave the club.
I think he's pretty much gone. Right, my 8th is Stoke. Now, I think this is maybe one of my more risky ones. It's quite high. You had them at 13th, didn't you?
I did, aye. That's fucking high.
I think Zuma's a very good sign for them. If he stays fit, I think he's an upgrade in the centre of defence. Plus, I think Dan Fletcher is genuinely maybe one of the most underrated CMs, especially off last year. If you can have a season like he did last year, and he played, I think, every single game last year. Mm-hmm. And don't get me wrong, he doesn't get many assists or many goals, but he breaks up the play, not to a level of Kante, but he's for a free signing, he breaks up.
He's a proper rock in the midfield. I just think those two signings are going to keep them.
Plus, don't get me wrong, they had John Walls and Pierre Crouch as their joint top goal scorers last year, but they got Chipo Maintain from Schalke yesterday brought in, and he might be able to add goals.
It's a good signing.
I don't know this. Maybe it's too high for so. Honestly, I can't see who else we could finish 8th. Was my only thing. That's why I had to put them 8th. Right, we're on to, I'd say, the big boys now, Jamie. Top 7. It used to be top 4, then it became top 6, and now it's probably arguably top 7.
Yeah.
This is a difficult one for me.
My 7th, I am not confident whatsoever.
Which is?
Everton.
As is mine. We finally agreed on one.
Okay, we both hate them. No, I think the loss of Lukaku. I definitely, if they kept Lukaku.
Oh yeah, no, don't get it. If they get Lukaku, I'd have maybe had them as top 4 easy.
I'd have probably put them at 4th.
Third, or maybe even as much as that.
However, the loss of Lukaku is a massive factor, and I think 7th place.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong though. I think though, Everton, see if Everton's business was their business, I'd be fucking buzzing. Keane at centre back's brilliant. John Pickford in goals, a massive upgrade.
Yep.
Damien Klaassen in midfield, like a box to box midfielder. He's
a
brilliant.
Great player.
Rooney, he's probably past it, but he can make substitute appearances maybe when it matters.
I think when Rooney's a good sign. I think he's still got it in the sense for a smaller club than Man U.
I don't think he's got it, because I think the problem is now as well, if Lukaku go, I think they're going to want him to play more, and I'm not sure he'll get it. Plus, also at the same time as well, they kept Barkley still. I mean, I don't know if he'll still be there.
See, to be honest with you, Barkley's he's a Everton fan at heart. I don't know if he'll leave, to be honest.
Well, I mean, they said he's 100% going to leave. The manager said, because they don't like to leave it to 1 year beforehand.
I think the business out though is definitely the big factor.
I would have had them 4th and above Liverpool if they kept Lukaku. But the thing is, I looked at the guy that they signed, Ramirez from Malaga. It was his first season last season away from a B team. He played for Barcelona B beforehand. Then he went to Malaga, spent 1 season there, scored 14 goals in 30, which is a good return. I don't think it's Lukaku though.
It's not Lukaku. No.
Yeah. Plus, I don't know. It's weird for. I think they've taken 2 steps forward but 1 back in a sense.
I think it's not a massive name that we're going to pick on, but I think Gerard Deulofeu leaving to go back to Barcelona is a game changer as well. I think he supplied quite a lot last season. Aidan McGeady, not so much. He left as well. I hate that little prick.
Jamie's a very big Celtic fan, Teddy.
I hate Celtic. I mean, Aidan McGeady. Nah, I definitely hate Celtic.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that you correct yourself.
Nah, I definitely hate. Nah, I don't hate Celtic. I just don't like them. I like Rangers. But Aidan McGeady, I hate him. However, him leaving is not a massive factor.
I'm worried with Everton kid. Like, see if like Ramirez bangs on fire or whatever, or if Rooney comes in and does well, then
I'm
probably finish above Liverpool.
I'm worried for.
I've not been worried about Everton at all my entire time being a fan. In fact, this is the first time I've been worried.
We're worrying at the wrong time. If you look at it, right, we're worrying at a time where they've just lost their biggest goal threat.
I get that, but their team's like so good around them now. Like,
no, they just need to, if they gel together, then we are struggling for sure.
Yeah, right. Go on then. 6th place. We're getting to the crunch numbers.
I didn't want to do it, but it's Man City.
Man City is in 6.
Man City in 6.
Are you serious? Man City in 6.
For sure, mate.
Okay, no, that's the shock.
No,
Man City in 6,
yeah,
really?
Yeah, for sure. I think Aguero's not been at the paces. However, I did mention to you, we were on Skype to each other the other night, I did mention the fact that De Bruyne was the top assister last season.
He was 18.
I
can't. You seriously think they're going to spend 200 million and go 2 steps back?
Yes, for sure. I honestly do not think City is a money team, and they're money orientated, and the money that they've spent isn't going to improve them at all. I really don't.
I think
Kyle Walker, yes, he's good, but I don't think he's good enough for Man City. I really don't know. I don't know. Well, no, I take that back. I don't think Man City's a good enough club for him to play at. Right, I just don't think Man City's a good club in general. I think the Mendy that they brought in. Yeah, it's a good signing. Danilo as well, another good signing. But I think one of the big ones, well, maybe the big two, would be Fernandinho leaving.
No, it's Fernando.
Sorry, not Fernandinho. Fernando.
Well, Fernando didn't play much, so he's not really a fan.
No, I don't know. He came on and made a few big game changing moments.
I think Fernando's no loss to City whatsoever.
And I think with Aguero not being at the paces, Iheanacho fitting just brilliantly.
Gabriel Jesus has been on fire when he was.
I know. I'm going with 6.
That is a fucking bold statement.
The 200 million on the defences. That's
no centre backs as well. But
that's a step back.
That's the only worrying thing for me. But right, okay. Now you're not going to be happy with me.
Don't 6. You dare.
It's the Liverpool.
Don't you fucking. Are you serious right now?
I mean, serious. Right?
That is worse than Man City.
No, that's not.
Explain.
Right. Salah's a good upgrade. Not denying that. Robertson as well. It's an okay backup.
Right.
Non-improved our defence yet. We haven't got the Van Dijk deal as of yet. Coutinho looks like he's off to Barcelona.
Nope, don't think that'll happen.
I think that will happen. At this currently, I think it's good. I don't. Until yesterday, I didn't think about it. Now I do.
No, don't think it'll happen.
And for me, if Coutinho's lost,
we
don't get Van Dijk.
I'm a Liverpool fan at heart, right?
Yeah, so am I. And you know what I mean.
But the way I see it is Coutinho is too inconsistent. I don't think he's your star player. I really don't.
I don't see who they go for though. And Barcelona need an arse player, and they've got money to spend.
No, I think if Barcelona is going to buy him, they'll buy him for sure. But I don't think it's going to be a massive loss like everybody makes it.
You don't think it's a massive loss to Liverpool?
I think he changes games sometimes.
Do you know how much our win percentage last year without him was?
What?
40%.
It's funny shite. He's so inconsistent. Like genuinely, he's so inconsistent.
Our win percentage without him is 40%.
No.
That's like bottom that's like 13th to 16th. You'd be talking about us then.
No, if Coutinho does go, I mean I don't see it happening. But if he does, I don't think it's a massive loss.
I think we'd see. I think it'd be similar to this one. It's not on the same level. I don't think.
I cannot believe you've put them at 6. That's a fucking disgrace.
I genuinely think it will happen. And the only reason is why I'll explain with my 5th. I was originally going to put him 5th, but you'll see why once I say my 5th. Who have you got as 5th?
Well, can I just say Liverpool Champions League football, more games, right?
And you've put Liverpool 5th. Yeah.
No, I've not put Liverpool 5th.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's another thing as well. More games. We haven't really added more squad depth.
That's the only reason I know it's no.
We haven't really added a lot of squad
I've put them really high because I love them.
I love them as well, but I'm a realist, and you know that.
In 5th place, I've put Arsenal.
Okay.
I think Arsenal will get the European, the spot, and I just don't think that they're going to lose Sanchez. I do believe that. I
thought if it was going to happen, it would have happened by now.
I don't think he's not being spoken about much in the media right now, but I think he'll go.
Because I think most people expect him to leave by now if he would have.
Yeah, Ozil as well. I think he's took the foot off the pedal in a sense.
I mean, if you're being realistic, right, Arsenal fans, Ozil's been good for them, but it's not been the world class they thought they would have been when they're getting him.
But yeah, I've put them in fifth because I just think it's going to be a just standard basic season for Arsenal. I don't think it's going to be any massive hiccups or anything like that.
In fifth I've put the North London rivals, Spurs. The only reason I put Spurs in is they've genuinely, and I made sure this, they have not made a single signing, not a loan player, not a starting 11 signing, not a youth signing.
Can I just say something though?
Yeah.
Tottenham do not need to.
No, they do. No, that's the problem though. You saw them Champions League last year, right? They didn't have the squad depth to go through with it. They haven't upgraded this year as well.
Yep.
It's not enough.
They
need more. I'm not saying they need a starting 11 player. I'm absolutely not saying they don't. Right. What I'm saying is, they need a couple.
Who would you upgrade?
Probably the only player that you would need to upgrade in the starting 11 would be Lamela. Apart from that, though, right? I'm not saying they need world class starting 11. I don't because I think they already have that. What I think they do need though is a couple of players on their bench that, when required, can come on and make a difference, and they don't have that right now. Because if their starting 11 falters, then they're going to lose the game. It's guaranteed from them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the only reason I put them at fifth. Plus, also Champions League won't help them. The extra group games as well, but they might get knocked out before that. So, another thing as well. They've gone from now White Hart Lane, their home, to Wembley. And don't get me wrong, I think they'll get used to it eventually, but I think it's starting.
That'll be a change,
yeah, because White Hart Lane was the second smallest pitch in the league behind Bournemouth's.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're going to the biggest in the league. That'll be quite a step up. Yeah. And although I know they say they're young guys and they've got plenty of energy, I'm not sure if they can maybe keep it up if it's on a bigger pitch every single other week.
I don't know, I think they don't need to upgrade. I think they've got a team there that...
They don't need to upgrade their starting 11, they need to upgrade their bench badly though, to some players that could come and make a difference.
I think they need to get a backup striker. I don't think Victor Janssen's going to cut it.
Not really, either, but I mean...
Harry Kane's a massive scorer.
However, I don't think actually maybe the striking's the problem. I think another creative Cam to even keep on the bench just in case Eriksen gets injured, and then maybe another forward / winner or whatever. Then I think they'd be fine. I think they would be top four, but until then I don't see it happening.
Fair enough.
You? You're fourth. Top four.
United.
Oh, that's quite low, I think.
No chance. I think United are an on and off team now. I think, yes, look at the reason I would have had them a lot lower. I'm not going to lie to you. I'd have had them about 7th.
Really? 7th?
If Lukaku never
Do you not see the whole Mourinho and Pep effect working this season then?
No. I think Pep definitely no. I think Mourinho, yes. I think top 4 is reasonable for Man United. I think the fact that they managed to bring in Lukaku is crazy. I also think Matic is some signing.
So you're seeing the fault or then?
I'm saying the fault is they've not got what it takes as of yet. I think they've got the goal scorer. I think they've got the midfielder. And I think they've got the defence, and I think they've got the goalkeeper. I think they've got everything. I just can't see them surpassing 4th though. I don't know what it is. I think it's, and I've got general hatred towards Man U, so 4th was a struggle for me.
I'm a wee bit surprised you haven't said a certain team from North London yet, but we'll find out then, won't we?
Okay.
So, my 4th is the other team from North London who you haven't mentioned yet, Arsenal.
I have mentioned Arsenal.
Oh, sorry. I was keep forgetting the way around. So
do you think Arsenal's finishing 4th?
Yeah, honestly, I think.
What basis?
I think Lacazette's a very good starting piece.
I do.
I can't pronounce the name. You know, in your life, like saying Kolisniak.
You got it there.
Well,
that was great. He tried to show me something on his phone with hiding other stuff and flicked all the way up. Why did you scroll right to the top? You do.
I don't know. I was thinking.
Alright, okay. Right, I know who he's talking about.
Kolesniak was voted Bundesliga's best left back last year over players like Allan and stuff like that. So he's clearly good. I watched the Community Shield game. He was a man of the match. I think he'll be a good defender for them. Actually, it's a good one. I think in order for Arsenal to break any higher than fourth, they would need a new central midfielder, and also maybe a goalkeeper. Okay. I think defence wise with that Kolesniak guy, I think they might be okay. But I think to push any higher than fourth, they need a new keeper and a new central midfielder.
Okay.
And your third place.
You'll be glad to know that North London coming out. Spurs have put in third, sorry.
Why? You don't think they need any improvements, basically?
I think, where did they finish last season?
They finished second.
Second it was, wasn't it? I think second, I think last season at all season was their chance to win it.
Yeah, no, it shows like this classic Spurs mentality.
I think, with the changing defences and Kyle Walker, and no improvements from Kyle Walker. I've got Trippier, he's a good player, don't get me wrong.
They actually showed stats, he's done better than Walker last season.
I think they don't need to improve, but they're looking at a third finish for sure.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. Trippier's out injured, they don't have a backup right back now.
I do think a third place, I think they'll drop a spot, because the best team in the world is coming in there.
I don't know.
However, what's your third?
My third is Chelsea.
You fucking right, okay. What? Explain it. Third place, you're going for Chelsea.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Tell me.
Well, I don't think Conte's happy at the way this is going. I also believe Chelsea have a habit of, how shall we say, downing tools after the title winning season.
Okay.
The players did it under Mourinho. I think I could see it happening again to Conte.
Okay.
They scream like. Plus, also, don't get me wrong, they've still got Costa as of now, I suppose. But I mean, I don't know how long that'll last for. He might just keep getting benched. So Morata's brilliant. Can't fall that. I'm amazed Real Madrid let him go instead of Benzema.
That's what I think. Costa's not a big deal with them.
Rudiger, yeah, their defence is really solid. They don't really need him, but he's a good defender. And Bakayoko, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Didn't watch him in League One because don't watch that league, but I've heard good things from him. He's a good CDM, but I'm wondering if he's really needed, to be honest.
He's replacing Matic in my eyes, to be honest.
Yeah, I know that's why he was brought in. But I mean, like,
as well.
Is he? I mean,
for sure. I think Matic is a good signing, but I think to somebody like Chelsea, it's not a massive miss. I think.
Yeah, I know. I don't think, like, because I mean, you saw for ages that they're trying to look at that Alexandro, which I'm quite surprised by, because I thought Marcus Alonso did brilliant for them last year. I'm surprised they wanted to replace him, but they couldn't get that. They couldn't get Bonucci. I think maybe Conte think we're getting second best, and plus also I see Chelsea down tooling, because if they don't get their way, because they're a bunch of spoiled brats, most of them.
I think.
Plus also
Conte's
Champions League as well. You need to bear in mind.
Conte's going to keep their mentality up of last season, and I think with Hazard playing the way he plays,
well,
if he stays,
Hazard will stay. I don't think anyone's.
How can you be so confident in Hazard but no Coutinho?
Because I don't think people. Because Chelsea don't need the money. They'd honestly be able to keep him easier. Hazard will go.
We don't need the money either, Liverpool.
No, but I genuinely think though that he'd go for more than Coutinho if like there's to go just because they can ask for more. I'm not saying he's a better player, but I'm just saying
he is. But yeah, I know what you mean. Okay.
Well, I think I know that in your top two, so
I am very, very surprised about yours.
Go on then. Tell you what, right now we'll say both our top two at the same time. So yours are
Liverpool,
and then Chelsea at first again.
Yep. What have you went with?
In second place, the old enemy, Man United. And in first, there's only one team left. Your sixth place, Man City.
I think your league table, I think your top six is ridiculous.
I really don't think it is.
I think City at top of the league is fucking stupidity.
I have faith. I genuinely do, right? Okay, now I'm saying it's part of the Guardiola effect. Don't get me wrong. For starters, right, he's got rid of pretty much all the deadwood the club. They've let go of, not let go of, they've sold off or got rid of 19 players.
Mm-hmm.
So he's no longer got the problem of the shitty players they didn't want there from the start. They're all gone. If he wanted to sign a centre defender, he could have this summer, but he clearly didn't. So he's clearly happy with like Company or Stones or whatever the lineup's going to be come next season. It looks like he's going back to a back four because he bought Mendy, Walker in and whatever, so probably not a back three anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But apart from that, Ederson and goalkeeper I think is a massive upgrade from what they've currently got. Bernardo Silva, the Man City midfield's fucking ridiculous. Bernardo Silva, David Silva, De Bruyne. There's players I'm not thinking of. Yaya Touré's still there. Fernandinho probably won the bit. In fact, I think Fernandinho is the most underrated player in the Prem.
I think.
Plus, also you have Aguero and Jesus up front.
I think Aguero was a lost cause right now. I think he's so off the.
No, he still scored I think it was 17 he scored last year. That's from getting benched and also being unwell in his usual ways.
I think your first that's optimistic at the least to say.
The reason as well I'm going for Man U, I think now Mourinho's had a year. I think he's gotten pretty much. I think he's gotten the players that he wants. I think maybe he's missing one piece, but I think the squad's good enough to win the league. But I don't think it will. I think it's good enough for second right now.
I can't believe.
So go on then. Your reasons for first and second, because I think Liverpool's probably the biggest stretch. And I think it's come from your heart more than your head.
No, I think maybe Liverpool at second. Primarily your attack is...
Okay, right. I will ask you something though. Coutinho goes to Barca. Will you still back that up?
For sure. I think Coutinho's too inconsistent. I think he's not the player that he's hyped up to be.
No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's this world beater, but he's important to us. He's the reason that attacks get flown through us very well through him.
In a sense, I think it could be easily replaced by a better player.
No, I don't think.
Oh, for sure. No,
I don't think there's anyone out there for cheap that you could get to replace him.
It doesn't need to be cheap. If he goes, he'll go for 100 million. So
I don't know who would get that. I don't know genuinely who you'd put in this place. But
looking at it, I agree. I couldn't name you a player who, if I maybe had FIFA in front of me, I could probably tell you a player that based off stats and wise, I think he's easily replaceable for sure. So if he goes to Barcelona, I'll still agree that they'll finish second. I think their attack is unreal. I think the pace.
That's brilliant, but we saw him sign our centre back as well, which I think is the problem. Our defence still hasn't improved.
If Van Dijk goes, he'll go to Liverpool.
Yeah, that's fine, but you're saying you don't think it. So you think our starting 11 is going to be the same at the back as it was last season, which was part of the problem.
I think
biggest part of the problem.
I think it'll be fine this season. I believe in Lovren. I believe in Lovren.
No faith. I'd rather have Lucas again at centre back even though he's gone.
I have so much faith in Mignolet again this season.
He's improved. I will say he did improve from last year. I will say yes.
Andy Robertson, you says he's good. Blah blah blah. I think
he's okay.
Don't win runs over Latin. I think he'll be fine.
I don't know if he can replace Milner because Milner's a complete player.
The thing is, the way I see it, right, is we've brought Robertson in on the basis he runs down the wings. We have no player who can head the ball, and our front three are small. So I think Andy Robertson, they brought him in on an attack on a defensive basis. However,
but a lot of people are saying they don't really rate his defensive capability. They say he's going to go forward, but not that.
Which is where I think why do we sign him? Because we've not got a tall team.
Oh, exactly. So what's your point there? Trying to get
no. So the Andy Robertson is good and he can overlap, but I don't think it's going to be a massive. I don't think that's a massive factor, right? I think the Mane, the Salah, and Firmino going forward. That's unbeatable. I think that's the pace and the goal prowess is just.
There was times where it was. I know we didn't have.
The one player I don't rate in our whole squad is Jordan Henderson. I really don't.
He's sort of 50-50.
I don't think he should be in the squad. I think Milner should be allowed back in the midfield. Over him.
I don't really want no Milner, because Henderson sort of, when we were playing the front 4-3-3 last year, Henderson when he was fit and available, which granted wasn't a lot of time, but he was playing as that like deep line defender. And I'd rather have like someone like Emre Can in there over Milner because for defensive
I think he's so inconsistent.
Lallana
is going to be our star midfielder next season. Lallana is, I think he's great.
I think he's good. I think he did really well under Klopp. I think Klopp has the ability to get the best out of maybe not amazing players.
Can, I think he'll improve massively because of Klopp.
I think Lallana, if you take Klopp away from Lallana, I reckon he's not half the player he is.
No, but on that basis, so
don't get it. He's good. I think star midfielder is maybe one step too above him.
We've not got a horrible, we've got Sturridge waiting well. I say that when he's fit. We have Sturridge as a backup
as well.
Solanke, the new signing. It's a half and half with Solanke. I think.
You probably won't play that much to be honest.
I think the one worry I've got is the number 9 shirt going to Firmino, to be honest with you.
Well, that shows we don't have a desire to sign a striker. That's the formation was keep it. Don't get me wrong, it was amazing sometimes last year. Firmino's top goal scorers, but Firmino was played primarily as our number 9 like throughout last year, and his top goals I think was 11.
Yeah,
which is pretty average for a top 4 team. You have to be honest.
Yeah, no, I think it'll improve. I think we'll get a second place finished. I don't think we've got what it takes to beat Chelsea.
I think that's quite high. Anyway, why Chelsea in at number 1?
Chelsea is number 1 right now.
No,
there's no beating Chelsea right now.
I think you'll find cracks in them come next season.
I don't know. I think they're such a complete team. I think the loss of Matic, you might not see it. I see that as a massive deal. However, Rudiger coming in, what's the boy's name?
Bakayoko.
I think him coming in, that fills that crack.
I'm a wee bit worried about Morata. I think Morata will score plenty of goals. I'm not quite sure if he'll achieve the heights that Costa did. Because Costa, I think, got 58.
See if Morata plays, and I would quite happily take him 25 goals, just so I don't see Costa in the park, because he's disgusting.
I'm not sure though, because I think because Costa thinks record is 59 Premier League goals in 80 appearances for Chelsea. I'm not sure if Morata could rival that.
I don't know why Real Madrid let him go, he says, but
he was our top goal scorer last year. 11. He was joint, I think, with Ronaldo in the league. I might be wrong about that, but I think it was.
He played well.
He didn't get much chances, but that's
However, what I will say that I'm keeping Chelsea at the top of the league on the basis that, on the basis of how well they play. I think City at 6 is a definite.
I think that's a bit of a ballsy move, and I think it does.
No. I am moulding confident with them at 6. I don't think they're good enough to be up rivaling.
No.
I don't know. Like, you're believing too much in the Pep.
No, I'm not saying that as well, but I think as well, fair enough, okay, maybe their defence isn't the most incredible thing in the world, like Liverpool's. However, I have more faith in that attack than Liverpool's attack's amazing. Don't get me wrong, it's genuinely amazing to watch at times. But I can't get away from the midfield of City and the attack of City. It's incredible.
It's how well they gel together. I think Fernandinho is the most underrated player in the
like I said as well.
I think he's an amazing player.
He's a fucking rock.
But I think they're going to bring him. I don't think he'll get as much starts as what he should. And I think that'll be a downfall in the midfield. I think Aguero will start and he'll not score as much. I think, yes, Gabriel Jesus is massive to them. I think he fires goals left, right and centre, and he moves everywhere. However, David Silva, don't think he'll cut it.
I think David Silva is a wee bit passive. I think he's
past
Sané as well. Leroy Sané, I forgot about Raheem Sterling. Players I even forgot about. There we go.
Sterling is
it's about 50-50, but Sané's
a phenomenal player. However, I think we're going back to the midfield here. Yaya Toure, Silva, these two big names in particular have passed it. I think Fernandinho, yes, he's an amazing player. He's a great player. However, I don't think he'll get the game time he deserves. I think Bernardo Silva, who can fault it? However,
what about then De Bruyne? Then you've got Sané. That's a 4-man midfield there.
De Bruyne is De Bruyne. De Bruyne will get you assists no matter what, and that's what I think they'll strive them onwards. But I don't think they'll surpass 6. However, Leroy Sané, who we forgot about, is a big player. Don't think he'll score much or assist though.
Last season he should, I think, was in his locker.
However, I'm happy with them at 6. United at 4th. I'm happy with that. Arsenal, I'd maybe moved Arsenal and Everton now that I come to think about it.
Too late now, mate.
Well, it's too late. I'm not actually too bothered. However, I think Everton are going to surpass 7th. I think 5th place finish for them would be nice.
No, it wouldn't be. As low as
no,
possible
be
for
nice,
them. As low as possible, please, for them.
City at 6. I'm more than confident. I don't think they'll surpass that. I don't think they're a well gelled unit. I don't think they're good enough as a team to go forward. Yes, they've got the names. So is Man U. They've got the names. They've got Lukaku. Do you know what I mean? I'll leave that there. Lukaku. They've got the names for sure. I don't think they've got the talent though.
We'll wait and see come the start of the season.
We will indeed.
Right, okay, so now for top goal scorer, the way we're doing it is that we've got 2 players. You get 5, so basically we've got 2 players. The second one though is just primarily a backup if our main player leaves the league, so they will not be counted unless they leave the league. It doesn't matter if injuries come into this, which we've agreed on already, which Jamie still owes me money for. So yeah, basically, so we've got 2 players, we've guessed the amount of goals and the amount of assists we're going to get, and what the point system is going to do for this one is, so I won't give away, but say if my player finishes top goal scorer in the Premier League, I will get 5 points. If I guess the correct amount of goals that they get, I get 5 points, and we get 10 points if you get both. So like if they finish as top goal scorer and as with the same amount of goals. The other thing as well, we say is we've added assists into there as well.
Top assister as well.
We've had. Did you add in strikers assists as well?
I've put a top assist and a top scorer.
Like on the top goal scorer, though, if you wrote down how many assists you think they'll have.
How many assists? No, I've put how many goals.
Yeah, no. Well, think of assists as well to go with goals because I thought something. Because me and in case by chance if me and Jamie both say the same thing, we'll go down to assists then to see who wins. And for the top assists as well, it's exactly the same. So if they finish as top assister, then they get 5 points. If we guess how many assists they have, we get 5 points and 10 points for both. Plus we have a backup assister if you like. So Jamie, we'll go top assister. We'll say top goal scorer to that. Who do you think will be your top assister for the league and how many assists?
Sadio Mane.
How many assists?
I'm going with 23 assists.
23 assists.
23 assists.
23 assists.
I am going this on the basis of the attack of Liverpool.
23 assists.
How long will be the top?
Wait, just before we go on, right? The record for assists in the Premier League for all 25 years that's existed
and will be surpassed this season.
Was set by Thierry Henry with 20, and Jamie thinks that Mane is going to beat it.
I honestly truly believe Mane will beat it this season.
Not hope in hell, Jamie. Like, you'll do well, but you won't get 23 assists.
23 assists is what I'm going for. On the basis, your attack, how good was it last season? And
it was great. But I don't think 23.
He scored more goals as our front three
as a unit
than
one player
than half of the teams, done it on the bottom flight. So we score so many goals. I think it's just Uzi's opportunity for assisters. I think
it does, but 23. I think the highest last year in our team was Coutinho with 12.
He'll no longer be here and will be missed. 23 assists from Mane, so I'm going with.
That's fucking crazy. You cannot have a go at me. That is fucking delusional.
No.
Right, my one is more reserved. Kevin De Bruyne again, only 16 though.
Okay.
Who's your backup though, just as well, so we can say?
Salah,
how many?
I've put in the region of 15 to 20.
You have to guess a specific number.
I've put 20 as the
okay,
number.
just in case Maddie leaves for whatever reason, I have to. And mine's is Ericsson with 14.
Okay. You're going for a more basic bits rule.
Yeah, because I fancy my chance of winning more.
Okay.
Right, Jamie. Who's your backup top goal scorer? So like the one you'll use if this
Harry
goes.
Kane.
It's your backup top goal
my
scorer.
Backup.
How many goals and how many assists?
I'm being optimistic, right? He's got more goals than what I've put my top scorer to get.
But this is just in case your top goal scorer leaves.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Harry Kane, 28 goals, right?
He scored 29 last year, so it's not undoable.
28 goals, right?
I mean,
I've put 7 assists.
No, that's reasonable, I'd say.
No, I think Harry Kane may pick up an injury or something this season, and it may rule him out of getting the top goal scorer spot. He's won 2 golden boots in a row.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, wouldn't mind him winning a third. However,
I kind of would. I don't know. I went to Liverpool for
fair point. Yeah, I think he may pick up an injury or something because they've got a lot more games this season.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think he'll pick up maybe 1 or 2 injuries that may rule him out of top goal scorer. So I've put him with 28 goals and 7 assists is what I've went for.
Okay. My backup is Romelu Lukaku with 22 goals and 3 assists.
Again, reasonable as fuck.
Yeah. Right, and top goal scorer, Jamie. Who have you put?
Mohamed Salah.
How many goals?
26. 26 goals.
He got 15 and 11 last year. And you're going for
26 goals.
Oh my god.
13 assists.
You're delusional, mate.
13 assists.
13 assists is reasonable, I'll tell you that for that much.
26 goals, 13 assists. The reason I've put him as top goal scorer with so many goals is because I genuinely believe we'll score the most goals in the Premier League in the history of this season. We are that good.
I think Jamie's delusional. I wish, don't get me wrong, see everything Jamie's saying, if it could come true, I'd fucking wave a wand and make it come true and I'd happily pay Jamie the money. But
Salah, 26 goals, 13 assists.
That is fucking delusional. For someone playing out in the wide, do you think they're going to get 26 goals?
For sure.
Mine's is Harry Kane with 24 and 5 assists. I think, like you, he might get an injury though that might stop him from like getting to 30 goals. I still think he'll be top goal scorer. 24 I think is reasonable.
I don't know, I think I've went down the right route with my Liverpool players. On the basis, I genuinely believe we'll score.
See, the thing is, right, see by the end, right, if it doesn't come out your way, you're going to be so more pissed off at Liverpool.
More than likely, aye. By the way, you never mentioned how many goals you feel your top assister's going to get.
Oh, top assister. De Bruyne I've put down for 7.
Okay, I've put my top assister as Mane, obviously. I've put 17 goals.
For Mane?
Yeah.
Well, okay, I've put Mane down for, De Bruyne down for 7 goals and Eriksen I put down for 8, but I predict he get 14 assists.
Yeah, and I put Salah as a backup with 20 assists, but obviously I've put him as my scorer with 26 goals. So. You're
literally fucking mental. I'm not shitting you. That is fucking mentalness that you're talking
genuinely,
about.
I'm happy with that. I think we'll score the most goals the Premier League's ever seen this season.
That is some fucking.
How many goals did Salah score in the pre-season?
4.
And how many games did he play?
3.
I'll leave that there.
Yes, we were playing lesser levels in pre-season. Pre-season means fuck all.
Shows you what you can do.
Pre-season means fuck all.
Shows you what you can do.
Right, then the other thing just to include, so like all these points will also be added by the end of the season. These ones won't really matter for a long time. However, something that will keep adding up is the fixtures. So due to the date that this is going to be released, we are going to be looking at fixtures for week 1 of the Premier League and week 2. Now we've got all the fixtures written down, and we're going to predict if it will be a win, loss or draw for which specific team, and if you guess the right result, either it being a win, loss or draw, then you get 1 point added to your total, and obviously like I said, by the end then the final total will be the winner. I just want
to point out right now, I think I'm going to, if I'm to win this, I think it's going to be based on my fixture points, to be honest.
Yeah, really? Are you saying that you're delusional, Jamie?
No, I'm basing it off the league table, mate. I think I'll be shaky, you know.
Fuck
my
off.
Top scorer and that'll come true.
Fuck off.
Right,
okay,
so how are we going to do this? You got to read out the fixture.
I'll read out the fixtures and then you tell us what we've got. So we'll start from week 1. First game of the Premier League season this Friday coming, Arsenal v Leicester. Who do you have down?
I have Arsenal.
I have Arsenal as well.
Okay.
Right, second fixture, Watford v Liverpool.
And Liverpool.
Liverpool as well. Crystal Palace v Huddersfield.
I went with Palace to win it.
I went with draw. West Brom v Bournemouth.
West Brom v Bournemouth.
Yeah.
What have I went with? Oh, I went with draw. Draw on that one.
I went for draw as well. Brighton v Man City.
I went with Man City.
Yep, same. Everton v Stoke.
I went with Everton.
Same. Southampton v Swansea.
I've put Swansea to lose, so Southampton to win that one.
Right, I've put draw. Chelsea v Burnley.
I went with Chelsea to win it.
I've went with Chelsea. And then the Sunday's games, Newcastle v Tottenham.
I've went with Tottenham.
I've went with an off the card one here. I've went with a draw.
Okay.
And then Man United v West Ham.
Put United to win that.
I've put United as well. So that's week's one fixtures. Like I said, you'll get 1 point for each fixture you correctly predict, and then we'll add up our points, and then by the end of the season we'll know who's won. And then week 2.
Yep.
Swansea v Man United.
Put Man United again.
I went with Man United. Bournemouth v Watford.
Put Watford.
I went with Bournemouth.
Right.
Leicester v Brighton.
I went with Leicester on that one.
Same. Stoke v Arsenal.
I went with Arsenal to win it.
Off the card one here. Draw.
Right.
Southampton v West Ham.
I went with Southampton.
I've went with draw. Liverpool v Crystal Palace.
I went with Liverpool.
Went with Crystal Palace.
Just to reiterate, he is a Liverpool fan.
I'm a realist as well, right? I fucking love Liverpool. I'd die to see Liverpool win the league, but yeah, you know where I think they're going to finish. And finally, the final fixture: Burnley v West Brom.
I went with a draw there.
I went with West Brom. So yeah, come next week then we will relay back to you the points that we have, and also every single week now at the end of the podcast we will be talking about next week's fixtures and who we think's going to win and lose them, and we'll be going on the regular saying what our score is currently. I'll keep a chart on the whiteboard going behind us. But yeah, that was a good podcast. I enjoyed it. It's good to hear that you're delusional still.
Very good. We'll see who wins at the end of the season come May.
If you have any Premier League predictions as well, let us know. We want to and see what you disagree with us. Probably going to disagree with me on set, and you're probably going to disagree with him on Liverpool, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and let us know who you think your top goal scorer is and assister.
Yep. Next week we'll be back with a guest, and we'll be moving away from football. Your non-football fans, I'm sure, will be happy to hear.
At the end of the podcast, obviously, we'll keep up with our fixtures.
For each one, I mean, that'll be the only football content for most of it though from now on. Just 2 minutes to the end, not really that much.
Yeah, so.
And it'll be right down the description anyway, which I do for every podcast, what subjects are getting talked about when. But yeah, until next week, I've been Liam Whyte.
I've been Jamie Allan.
And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.